And more upgrades, although not that much this time. So it looks like most of our helmets are pretty much top tier now, or whatever these guys were wearing. But I don't really want to do any more sea battles for a little while. Let's go find some prison breaks, and while we're doing that, we'll take out some looters and get our archers leveled up a little bit. So we'll do two things at once. I would love to get at least a couple. Well, ideally I'd like to get the roguery skill maxed out. So if we can do that. But anyways, in the meantime, we need to farm these guys up, so. There we go. Yeah, these guys are really good. Holy crap. They were fast, and when they switched to the two-handed blade, they one-tapped anything they even looked at. So I know some people in here got some melee kills. Yeah, there should be some two-handed XP in here somewhere. But anyways, yeah, so that's what we'll do for a little while. Michael with 4 kills. So we'll do some farming, and we'll try and find a good prison break to get our roguery XP up with. Didn't take long. So we got over here to Physion. Looks like Misui is being held captive. So she's a lady of Baltikand. Oh, the owner of Baltikand. Yeah, it's a vassal of the Khazaits. I was going to say, I recognize the name. I feel like maybe she's marriage potential early on or something. Yeah, she doesn't have a husband. She does have kids. Oh, she's old. 59, maybe not. Anyways, let's go ahead and prison break her out. 22,500. So this should be a huge amount of XP then if we can succeed. Right, so this time we've got our knives, the dagger, and then of course we've got the two-handed sword now. So let that guy go by, and then we'll come in. There he goes. And then we'll just do the same thing we did last time. 1,000 damage. That one, he didn't go down with the first hit, so he must have got alerted, but we can attack pretty fast now. Oh, somebody's spotting us. Let's get our sword out. Nope, never mind. There we go, we got him. Wait, he did spot us. We gotta work on our sneaking skills here. Alright, this guy spotted us as well. Let's just use the two-handed sword. Wait, how come that doesn't... Wow, that doesn't one-tap. Crazy. Alright, he didn't alert everybody though somehow. Yeah, that sword isn't one-tapping, but part of the reason is probably because of our really low two-handed skill. We haven't really used it yet. And in RBM, your weapon skill makes a huge, probably the most difference in how much damage you do. Right, there's somebody walking away. Should be able to get this guy. That's why we're doing 1,100 damage with one-handed, because our one-handed skill is a lot higher. And then last time we used it, it was doing like maybe 200-300. Alright, here we go. Let's talk to Misui and let's go do some damage. There we go. We'll get our two-handed skill up. Here we go. They're waiting for us. Alright, we got crushed through. And they're having a hard time stopping our attacks. Here we go. Just another fight. Alright, Misui got that kill. Come on, Misui, let's go. Hopefully there's not too many more. I know there's that one room where there's like 2 or 3 at once. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna stay in here. Hold firm. Oh, one tap. That guy got one tap. Oh, there's crap. There's 4. There's 4 people. Alright, we gotta do this quick. There's 5. Oh my god, there's somebody else. Don't kill my prisoner. Oh, we're getting swarmed. Alright, we got one out. Oh, she died. She died. We're still gonna get out, I think. You made your way out, but Misui is badly wounded during the escape, so we have no choice but to leave her behind. Do we at least get some roguery? We got 3 roguery from that. Man, that sucks. That last room is brutal, man. That was like 5 or 6 people there. on the bright side, we got a little bit more XP with that, with our two-handed. So level 44 should help some. Maybe get up to 50 or higher on that next battle. Actually, you know what else could be a good way to do it is our hideouts. We can get some XP doing it that way. But not a big deal. We'll deal with it later. Let's keep looking for more prison breaks. Man, that's 2 in a row we failed. All right, we're farming all the looters in the area on the way back to our home. So we're not too far from Amatadi's. And I decided to try to pull everybody in. I didn't realize there were mountain bandits in the area too. So that's going to make this fight a little bit more difficult. It says we're just barely winning, but I think we might be okay here. All right, so we've got how many? Not too many. Let's just dump them all in. And then we'll take out what we need. So we don't want the recruits. The levy cohort is also a recruit, so get rid of those. The auxilia, same thing. These are the higher tier. Bijla, levy, manavleton, those are the ones we're going to keep in the armature or recruits. There we go. So we'll just dump these in. We can go to the keep and wait, how do I donate troops? Maybe they're full and they don't accept any troops? Oh, they're not accepting them right now. Here, that's fine. We can go donate them somewhere else. Yeah, here we go. This place is accepting troops. So we'll give them... Wait, 1? It's got to be more than that. They're only accepting 1. Well, whatever. You can have all 11. Okay, that looks good. Let's see if we can buy more ammunition for our bows. And then maybe we'll take a few more archers. Doesn't seem to be the case. The 130-pound warbow is what we're using, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 130-pound warbow. But the problem is the arrows that are being produced are only 50 grams. I don't know what these are, so I don't know what to pair these with. Why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and grab some troops from our companion again. We'll take all the low tier stuff and we'll make sure they level up. We just donated a massive amount, upgraded a lot of people. This was tier 3 to tier 4, so that's a pretty big jump. Yep, so these guys are all tier 4 now. A lot of troops. So this army is looking very strong. So if you look at his troops, he should have nothing below tier 3 other than some melee troops. I didn't upgrade his melee troops because I thought it wasn't really that big of a deal. I'd rather get these ranged troops up to max, and then when they're on the walls, they should be dominating most of those exchanges. Now we do still have some stuff to donate, so let's go ahead and upgrade the melee. Here we go, got them all upgraded. Now we'll dump them back. So this guy's all tier 4 and up. Now what we should do is probably work on the most important one. So these guys I cannot upgrade anymore. That's fine. The auxilia, these are the lower tier. So if we're going to go to max, let's go with these guys, the Vizsla. So they can still go up 2 more levels and end up with 250 bow skill. So let's do these. I don't think we have enough equipment to do all 25 of these, but we'll see. Oh, we've got enough for this level. There we go. So that's going to cost us a pretty little penny here. Okay, we do actually have enough to get these guys up to tier 6. All of them. Perfect. It's going to cost us 5 grand for just a handful of them. That is crazy. But if you look at how good they are very, very good. So equipment, they only have 1 stack of 30, but that's still not too bad. They've got a pretty weak bow, but their skill is really high. So 250 bow and then 125 one-handed. So you probably don't want these guys in melee anyways, but yeah, looks like their armor is top tier for sure. Okay, so we'll give those back. We have a little bit of armor left to give. Yeah, not that much, a decent amount, but not that much. So looking at his troops now, let's see what he's got. He's got some top tier. Still got quite a few of these guys. These ones particularly, 62 of them at tier 4. But again, I don't really want to mess with them too much because they're still just Imperial recruits. They're not the real good ones. And then these ones are Vizsla. These are the crossbow version. How many do we have? 7 only. Auxilia are recruits and they end at tier 5. Same thing here. Yep, tier 5. Okay, is there anything else down here? This is the Vizsla. That goes up to, yep, that's the one we want. And then Elite Sagittarii, this is also tier, yep, that'll go up to the max. So we'll take those. Let's see if we have enough to get all these guys up. Okay, there's the first set. And there we go. So these 2 are maxed. Now we just need to max this small group of 7 and then we'll have them all. There we go. Max tier. So we've got, what, 2 more groups? So 1 of these, 8 of these. Actually, what are these guys' stats? I'm assuming it's the same. 2. No, it's not actually. It's less. I wonder if that's because the crossbows do more damage at lower tier, but they do less damage at the higher tier. That could be. They've also got better one-handed skill and a stack of 30 still. Okay, that's fine. Okay, not bad. So now most of this guy's troops are, I would say, high tier for sure. We need to do the same for everybody else though. And then the ideal situation is we get everybody maxed out. So why don't we get, let's get a few of these auxilia up, because I don't know how much more equipment we have, but let's just dump it all. Yeah, see, it's still not quite enough. Okay, so anyways, we'll just dump what we have. Yeah, we need 80k. We're only giving 15, so we'll get a few upgrades there, and then we'll just put them back. Now, all of our caravans, they've got destroyed, so we gotta send them back out again, because we're not making any money from that. So let's pull them back in. I've noticed we're actually losing money. Yeah, look at that. We're losing 1,100 a day, even with a good mercenary contract payment, so we need that. Looks like the war with England is over. That's good. Oh, they have to return Pencannock. That's funny. So they took Pencannock. They have to give it back because they lost the war due to war exhaustion. So that's kind of funny. I don't know if we owned Remtoil already, but I don't think so. And Varon Castle. So and Thractory. Whoa. Did we? Maybe we might have already owned that, actually. I could be off on that. But yeah, it looks like these two have been taken. Pretty sure we didn't own both of those. So at least they got a little something something. So we're going to send all 3 caravans out. There we go. All 3. So hopefully they survive. We're not at war with anybody right now, so they'll at least have some time to make their money. They just need to make 10k each, and then anything after that is profit. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. This guy got captured instantly. I literally just released all 3 of them. It hasn't even been a full day and he got captured. Dude, you guys are killing me. We're going to lose so much money. Where was he? Yeah, 2 caravans. Wow, I literally just sent them out today. It wasn't even a full day. Yeah, I don't know where he went. So there's 2 caravans over there. Well, no, maybe it was more than a day because there's no way they could have gotten there that fast. So maybe it's been like 1 or 2 days, but they definitely didn't make their money. So no, we can pay to have them released. Right, so maybe we should go start killing off these mercenary groups. So whoever we're at war with, we should hunt them down, capture all 4, and then just chop their heads off. Because I'm kind of tired of that. It is definitely making it harder to make money. So if we want to be able to hold these guys prisoner, we need to get 225 riding and 225 scouting. Scouting's getting there. Riding we haven't really focused on much, but we can. That's not that big of a deal. We'll switch over to it. I do wish the river systems were a bit more complete, like you can go through, like there was maybe at least one spot where you can go through from one sea to the other. That'd be kind of nice, because it's really convenient, but you know how it is with Tail Worlds. Wow, we just lost a second group. Man, these caravans are really disappointing. They did so well early on, and now they're just not surviving at all. I don't know what to do. Don't know what we can do. Oh, there goes our last caravan just got attacked by looters. So I don't know what's going on. Apparently the bunch of nobles aren't really clearing out their area. So it's making it really hard for caravans to survive, which doesn't matter for the AI because they can just spawn them out of their butt without having to spend any money on it. But for a player, it makes them untenable unless you babysit them, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we can send our parties to defend them, but then we risk our parties, and that's just not a good idea, I don't think. So I just realized the weapons that we were using for archers were not one-handed. Or sorry, they were not two-handed. They were not getting used as two-handed. And that's because when I switched the handle, I forgot to double check and make sure that they were two-handed only. They were combo. So our archers, because the game is just not good, they defaulted to using it as one-handed, even though their skill at one-handed is 0 and their skill at two-handed is 100. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, can't you put some logic in there? You know, whichever's higher, use that one first, but they don't. But anyways, I had to smelt everything down and then craft new ones. So we got that, and I overcrafted. So I went up to, I think, 30. So we can handle another 30 without having to go back to the smith. Right, so what we should be doing is going out and finding more stuff to farm up, getting more loot that we can convert into XP. And then I'm going to probably do this offline because it's super boring. And then I think what I might do, I'm not sure. I need to find more weapons, but I might go find more of those bow and arrows that we're using. And if we can stack up enough, then we'll hire another 15. We'll get up to 30 total archers. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do here for a while. I'm going to grind this out for maybe half a day or so. And if anything interesting pops up, we'll come back. But otherwise, you know the drill at this point. All right, put that thought on hold. I was coming up here to get some bows, some better bows, because I figured England would have the best. And we are now at war with, I think it was said, the Papal States. So I might still visit these, and then we'll go back, see if they have any good equipment here. So this one, it requires a lot lower bow skill. I don't know if it's better than what we have. This one's, oh no, it's 70, it's 50, that's the same. That's okay, yeah, we'll just keep looking around. Once we hit all the English towns up, we'll go back and we'll get ready for war. All right, let's head back, just spend about 200 to 300k, something like that, on both bows and arrows. So we've got a bunch of 180 to 200 pound draw weight. See, we have a bunch of 130 pounds. You can see we've got a bunch of them back because we've been upgrading these. So we have the 200 pound war bow, requires 140 skill, and the 180 pound, 120 skill. But you can see here the missile speed and accuracy is quite good. So 200 missile speed. This one is only 130. So the draw weight's really good on this. And then I picked up as many arrows as I can. It's really hard to find higher grams. So I think we'll just keep using whatever we can get, the highest weight. Because if you look at these, they can handle 140 grams. The most I can find is 110. Oh, no, 125, I mean. And these things probably don't fly very well at all. So, but anyways, let's get back over there so we can start fighting. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. The game's starting to fall apart. I had a crash. I've reloaded. And look at my movement speed, 1.0. If we look at my actual movement speed, it's 3.96. So I don't know what's going on here. I've been chasing this looter pack since I was here. I chased him up here and then made a loop back around here. My movement speed has been going up and down for the whole time. And now we can't even catch looters. Like I'm literally inside these guys and I can't catch them. Can I visit? I can visit them. Okay, now I can attack them. What the hell's going on with this game? Some weird stuff. All right, we can fight this giant pack if we want. I think we could probably do this without taking too many losses. So we should probably do it. Also, before I forget, we did hit Clan Tier 5. So bigger party size. These guys should be recruiting more, and they already did. So we'll have to get their low tier troops boosted up again. But anyways, let's fight this one. We should be fine. All right, here we go. We'll set up our line in front. We've got no more cav. I dismounted and combined them all. So we have 71 in the front line. We've got a nice little hill here that should be able to take most of the flank away. We'll stretch our line out to 2 ranks deep. And as soon as they start pushing in, we'll back up with the archers, maybe put them on this little hill or something so they can still get shots. Why didn't even just do it right now? Because we've got plenty of time to move. Right, let's move them back over here. I feel like they'll still have a really good angle from there. Let's dismount ourselves. Yep, there we go. Perfect. And they still have an angle. Perfect. Let's take as many shields out as we can here. Holy crap, that's a lot of rocks. We're actually losing a lot of health. So not good. Alright, I'm not gonna charge. We'll just hold. We need to go one-handed here. Here we go. We need to get some posture back. Alright, they're retreating. So they're gonna regroup. Dude, chamber belongs to me. Alright, they're down to 74 already, less than half. So yeah, we pretty much got it. God, what a beast of a line this is, man. There's no way they're getting past this. And the archers, it's only 15 of them, but they are still doing a hell of a job. We're gonna be killed. Holy crap, look how many kills they have. That is a lot. I think we can probably advance. Let's advance instead of charge so they stay contiguous. We want a nice, solid line. Nobody going off on their own being a hero. So shield wall, push up, and we'll take out these slingers. Go. That's pretty much it. Alright, I don't know if we took any losses. No, we didn't. That is really solid. So on our frontline archers, looks like the two top are going to be Reddit Genius and Squeegee. So good on you. And then for our, let's see, our melee troops, we got some people here with 4. Anthony Soprano. Oh, there we go. Mario Luigi Luingino with 5. Got another 5 here. Count Monte Cristo. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be it. But everybody did well. Everybody did well. Sweet, we'll take it. And we're going to get a boatload of equipment and gear to donate. Right, there's somebody right next to us that looks like they have really low tier troops. So Levi Shiltron, if I'm not mistaken, that is Levi Shiltron, that's a tier 1. Yep, tier 1, very low tier. And it's not their elite line. So it's low tier of the worst troop line. They also have Light Shiltron. So Levi and Light, Batanian, Light Shiltron. So they have some of the tier 2, which is still not good at all. Okay, I think we can take this guy on. We're going to go for it. I think it's worth it. Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with us. Got him. Yeah, he is very weak compared to us. So we should be able to dominate this. Now, looking at their army composition, they don't have any horse archers. They have basically no cav. 15 archers and 74 frontline. I don't think we have a need for cavalry. I would rather them dismount and join the front. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll do the same thing we did to the looters, because these guys are basically looters, but they don't even have the rocks. I feel like the looters did some damage with the rocks. These guys may not do anything. Right, they are picking off our archers somehow. Yeah, they've got some range on them, even though they don't have much. So we gotta be careful here. Let's get our archers up on this. Get our front line stretched out a bit. Yeah, there goes another archer. Damn it, dude. We got frontline. Should be able to absorb most of those. Just keep the archers. Another archer down, dude. 2 more archers down. Jeez, man. How are they dying so fast? There goes another one. Okay, we can't stand here and just take it. We have to charge. Move our archers up a tiny... Nope, there's another archer down. Jesus, dude. How are they targeting my archers so well? I can't target theirs, but they can target ours. That's really frustrating, actually. Yeah, there's another one down. Alright, just get in there and charge. I don't care. We need to stop this, because this is ridiculous. Another one down! Dude, this is crazy, man. Look, we have 6 left out of 15. That's insane, man. How are they killing my archers so fast? Wow. Well, the only bright news here is our front line is absolutely destroying theirs, which we already knew was going to happen, though, because they have just absolute dog crap. I'm going to continue to guard these archers, because the last thing we need is to lose one. There's another one down somehow. Oh my god, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Okay, well, just get out. Just get out. Get out, because you're absolutely useless compared to what their archers are doing. Yeah, they're still shooting at our archers and not the front line that's literally right in front of them, giving them a hard time. Actually, charge, don't hold ranks when you're going after archers, because they will retreat faster than you. That's so stupid, bro. They completely destroyed our archers. We lost another one. Probably to that cav. See, that makes sense. The other thing did not make any sense. That they were able to pick off that many. They only had 15 of them. And they were that accurate. Crazy. Anyways, I don't think we lost anyone, so it's fine. It's just annoying. Okay, there's another... Yep. We've got a handful of people left. They're still chasing down. But that should be the last one. Alright, we gotta do something about our archers here. I don't know if they need better armor or something, but they just got absolutely demolished there. That was not good at all. So what we can do is, let's see if we can find a banner that reduces, what do you call it? Reduces range damage. Anyways, yeah, look at, our archers did absolutely nothing there. 5 kills, 7 kills for archers out of the 89. Crazy. But anyways, who did well? Amon with 4. See if there's anybody with 5. Doesn't look like it. There's a couple people with 4. So Amon stuttered with 4. Got Enrico Pasquale Practico, and I think that's it. And then we did absolutely nothing. Just chase people off of our archers. This guy we should be able to take prisoner and donate. We're not taking prisoners, I think, because we already have 43 we need to get rid of. Now, if we don't get good gear here, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Not that we aren't not that I'm not already, but yeah, we didn't really get that much good stuff here. We get some upgrades though. So body armor on our archer, body armor. That is probably going to help a lot. Because those guys got destroyed, man. Just completely destroyed. Yeah, we have the decrease taken ranged attack damage. We need to figure out who is leading our archers, and then we need to give it to him. So I'm pretty sure I picked somebody already. I just don't remember the name. But we'll have to figure that out. And then we need another banner to replace ours. So standard of duty, decrease morale shock, that's completely useless. We'll have to get something else. Right, we've been selling them. I should have probably saved a couple. I think maybe like a melee reduction would be nice. I guess we could even use melee infantry speed. I wouldn't mind that too much. Let's donate this guy before he escapes. There he goes. And we didn't get any relations gain. Lovely. We're doing a bit more farming now. We fought a group of 80. So I'm cutting most of these out. I've already fought like 3 or 4 since we were talking last. There's not a whole lot going on. We're just shooting them, getting them off the hill, letting them run into our line, and then charging them. So pretty standard stuff. But the XP is really good, so I'm going to keep doing it offline. There you can see these guys probably won't even reach our line, even though they've got similar numbers as their cav stream past our front line. There we go. Be with the cav. Right, these guys, our cav, we should be able to move around. And go harass. Yeah, you can see here, we still haven't taken a loss yet, so... Oh, no, there's an injury. But like I said, most of these, they're pretty much gimme fights. It's just good for XP. And then we'll get all that loot, and then we can turn it in for more XP for our companion troops. There we go. That's the last of them. We've got an army of 2,400, or our Overlord does. I don't know what they're planning on doing with it. This guy made a mistake. Yeah, that's a pretty big mistake. So he just slowed down right in front of us. We should be able to wipe him out. Oh, these are good troops. Yeah, this isn't going to be that easy of a fight, but we should be able to handle it. So they've got a couple of horse archers. The rest will have to go attack and pull them off that hill. So let's go after them. So we don't waste all our ammo trying to shoot at them. There's one down. Oops, we just got stunned. Oh, good shot. Michael Corleone with the shot. Okay, we need to pull everybody over here so we can get an angle on them. This is a massive hill. They're going to take some shots though, and they have 12 archers, and we saw what happened last time. So we got to be careful. Let's get our boys in the back here. Front line should be okay, like right here. We want to maintain the heights. So when they come off their hill to attack, we'll still be in good shape. And then we'll get our cav on the other valley. I don't think we need to group up. We've got 50 in our front line still versus their 34. So we should be alright. Alright, here they go. We're getting some shots. They are getting hits, but I don't know how much damage they're doing. Yep, there's a kill. Alright, so they're coming off the line. They killed an archer already. Here we go again. Bro, how are you hitting him from here? They're so far back here. Look at this. Look how far back they are compared to theirs. I mean, I don't know if we're hitting their archers or if we're hitting their front line, but whatever. Let's actually charge them with our cav. So focus on the archers, please. And then if they're going to continue poking at our archers, then I'm just going to move them behind the hill. We don't need to take that risk. Alright, cav are very slowly working their way over to the archers. Alright, there goes a cav down. Yeah, cav are not really that good on this map because there's so many hills. They just can't build up the speed, or their aim is off because the angle of the hill. But anyways, that's pretty much everybody. Yep, that's an easy win. Very few injuries. It looks like 3 injuries, no dead. So we'll take it. Archer-wise, Michael Cordone with 4 kills. That looks pretty good. And then we've got 3. Yeah, 3 is the top one on this one. So Enzo with 3 kills, sorry. And then actually Catherine the Bambino on Cav with 3 kills. We'll take him prisoner, we'll dump him.